Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to E&L PULSE, supported by Business of Entertainment. E&L PULSE is a curated platform designed to foster meaningful, future-focused conversations within the leisure and entertainment industry. It is an initiative of the Entertainment and Leisure Show. Thank you for joining us today. In today's topic, Building Curious Minds, the Rise of Experience-Led Entertainment for Children, we will focus on discussing how children's entertainment is evolving from traditional play experiences into purposeful, experience-led environments that foster creativity, learning, social interaction, and development. Let's look at the children's entertainment market overview. The global children's entertainment centers market was valued at $13.8 billion in 2025 and is projected to reach $24.3 billion by 2034, growing at a CAGR of 6.53%. Asia Pacific leads the market with 33.7% of the global market share in 2025. The Middle East and Africa family and indoor entertainment market is expected to add more than $1.53 billion between 2025 and 2030, supported by rising disposable incomes, urbanization, and demand for family-focused entertainment experiences. Technology-driven attractions, including VR and AR experiences, are increasingly reshaping the indoor and entertainment industry. The children's entertainment centers are emerging as a key growth segment, combining entertainment with learning to support children's cognitive, social, and physical development. The region's young population and growing middle class are driving demand for experiences that foster creativity, problem-solving, teamwork, and communication skills. Families with children aged 9 to 12 years represent the fastest growing customer segment in the Middle East and Africa's family entertainment market. UAE continues to lead the regional industry due to its advanced infrastructure, high disposable income, strong tourism sector, and appetite for innovative entertainment concepts. In India, the children's entertainment centers market reached $1.3 billion in 2025 and is expected to grow to $2.2 billion by 2034, growing at a CAGR of 5.72%, driven by urbanization, rising incomes, themed attractions, edutainment, and family-oriented leisure. Overall, the industry is witnessing a shift towards experience-led entertainment that combines fun, learning, technology, and meaningful engagement, creating significant opportunities for operators, developers, and investors. Families today are looking for more than just entertainment. They are seeking experiences that engage their children physically, emotionally, socially, and intellectually. At the same time, operators are embracing new approaches through active play, edutainment, immersive storytelling, and technology-enabled experiences. To explore these trends, we are joined by three industry leaders who are helping shape the future of children's entertainment through innovative concepts and unique visitor experiences. Let me introduce our first guest today, Himanshu Mehta, Director of Sales, Expansion and Strategic Alliances at Idea Create Edutainment, the company behind Orange Wheels, Orange Hub, and Orange Seeds Nursery. With over 20 years in the leisure and attractions industry, including senior roles at IMG Worlds of Adventure, Himanshu has built his career on creating engaging guest experiences, forging strategic partnerships, and helping audiences of all ages learn and play in meaningful ways. Himanshu, welcome to E&L Pulse.
Thank you for having me.
Our second guest today is Yaroslava Kishore, who leads international expansion for Hello Park, a pioneer in experience-led phygital entertainment for children. With a background in interactive and educational experiences for young audiences, she brings proven expertise in scaling engaging, entertaining play. As head of strategic partnerships, she drives international growth for phygital parks where avatars, quests, and immersive experiences engages children in curiosity-driven play. Yaroslava, a warm welcome to E&L Pulse.
Hello, everyone. Glad to join the discussion.
Our third guest today is Krishan Tak, a business leader in the family entertainment and edutainment industry, with extensive experience in operating and scaling indoor play and experience-led entertainment concepts across the UAE. As part of Chicky Monkeys, he focuses on delivering innovative, safe, and engaging environments that support children's learning, creativity, and social development through purposeful play experiences. Welcome to E&L Pulse, Kishan.
Thank you, everyone.
Let's begin by exploring how children's entertainment has evolved over the years and how changing family expectations are shaping the experiences of today. Over the past decade, children's entertainment has undergone a significant transformation. Parents today appear to be looking for much more than simply a place for their children to play. From your perspective, how have the expectations of both children and parents evolved? And what do families value most when choosing entertainment experiences today? Let's begin with Kishan.
Thank you, Pasna. Very good questions, to be very frank. And over the past decade, the children's entertainment has evolved significantly from being purely play-based in becoming more experience-led and purposefully, as we all of us can see that. Today, parents are far more conscious about their children's spend their time, and they actively look for environment that offers value beyond just fun. So that's the one major things which now these days the parents are looking. Secondly, the families now expect a combination of safety, learning, engagement, and social interactions. Children, on the other hand, are more exposed to digital content, as we all of us know about that, than ever before. So they seek more simulating and immersive real-world experience. What families value most today is a space where children can play, learn, socialize, and build confidence. That's the main thing which all these days the parents are looking. At last, all in safe and well-structured environment.
Thank you, Kishan. You have aptly touched on the growing demands for purposeful experiences. Yaroslava, I'm going to come to you next. From the perspective of immersive entertainment, are you seeing similar expectations from families?
Yeah, I would agree with Krishan on that, that the basic expectation was safety, cleanliness, and parents get a break. Um, and now there is a shift, definitely. However, the previous expectations, they are still in place. And what is added on top of that is the expectation, what it actually child gets out of this. However, we still keep in mind, and we have to keep that in mind, that the child is already navigating school, tutors, sports sections. Yeah, so that is why the venues that we build and operate, they have to feel like none of these things. Yeah, so the real benefit for the parents is the peace of mind and genuine lightness for the child. Yeah, so the good place, as we see, that is where the balance works. The parent feels like a good parent and actually gets a break, and the child does not want to leave. And I think that this is what I hear from our franchisees. The majority of them are parents themselves. So when they choose what will be their next venture, they take all these things into account. Yeah, this is goes on top of the general due diligence, I would say.
Thank you, Yaroslava. Himanshu, do you agree with what we've heard so far, or are there differences in what you are seeing from parents and children today?
No, I think I agree with both Christian and Yaroslava. What I'll do is I will add to that, right? In simple terms. To me, what has changed over the last 10, 15 years is convenience is now consistency, right?
Mm.
So that is the biggest shift. And when I say consistency, I think, it's easier for people to understand. If you go to stores like Zara, LV, Primark, the newest edition in the UAE, and whether you are in the UAE, you are in London, you are in US or Europe, you see exactly the same delivery format. So
Right.
it's not laziness in design. It is basically creating familiarity, making decisions easy, and it's about brand, right? So you understand the brand, and just to keep, take that example further, if you go down to the entry point, you go down the billing counters, you see the category of retail products, merchandise, they are exactly identical, right? And that's what consistency is about. What we have done at Orange Wheels is that we have taken the same learnings. There were many reports by Harvard University, by McKinsey, on retail stores. What we did is, and I'm going to give you an example of the impact that it has. One of the example is when we put the SOP across all of our 11 branches of Orange Wheels. So what we did was, when you enter our stores, regardless of where it's located, you're going to get exactly the same experience and feel. We went down to the detail of even, let's say, the flyers or the placard or the POS machine. How's it placed? It should be exactly similar. Now, what
Mm.
happened is, once we did this implementation, we saw our NPS score increase by 30% within a few months. So consistency is key. A second example to the same thing would be, we actually introduced something called as Tinker Tots, which is a scheduled daily weekday program where kids come and they go through an activity of 1 hour, which is fun play, free play, making slimes, activities, group play, mix of all of that. Now, the idea for this particular segment introduction was to increase footfall during lean hours. Now, initially, we didn't see footfall. We saw only about 3 kids, 4 kids coming into it across all the centers. But we kept delivering the same experience every single day, again, every day of the week. And what it turned into is a 300% increase in membership over a period of time. So, which comes to the conclusion that consistency is key to how we operate as a brand. Now, you might say that some of them have only have one center or two centers, right? What does that look like? So today, if you go to an independent operator or a brand or a company that has two branches or maybe across the globe, what you see is that when you enter the play area, you see different colors. So what I saw in a location that I previously visited, the colors are a little off. The billing counters are on the right and the other centers on the left. So even if you're an independent player, if you are going to schedule activities on 11 o'clock, you focus on 11 o'clock, don't change it, regardless of what's happening. It takes time. Whatever initiatives with you, it takes time, but eventually you're going to go and see results. So in one short sentence, consistency compounds. I think that's the take from this.
Thank you, Imanshu. So I believe even consistency creates that trust for your brand,
Exactly.
right? And that's how you increase your footfall, because you are dealing with kids. So the
Right.
parents have to trust your brand. That's my take. But having said that, I have one follow-up question to you as such. Has the definition of fun changed for parents or kids today?
It has, definitely, right? I think, as Yaroslava mentioned earlier, that some of the things that we could deliver 10 years ago, it's a normal norm now, right? So like cleanliness, all of the tidiness, the quality of delivery of product, the center, it's a norm, it's basics, right? It's not a thing anymore. Now, I think young parents are more affluent than probably our parents were. And what I mean by that is that learning is invisible, right? Learning is never visible. So what we do with the play structures, activities, experiences, parents are now understanding the social difference, right? When they start going to play areas, FECs, they see the kids are behaving very differently in a social environment. So, to me, learning is always going to be invisible as what we offer. But yes, that's the change that I think there is.
Great. Thank you, Himanshu. While your businesses take different approaches through active play, edutainment, immersive environments, and technology enabled experiences, they all aim to engage children in meaningful ways. How do your experiences help nurture curiosity, creativity, confidence, social skills, and learning while ensuring children are having fun at the same time? Let's begin with you again, Himanshu, this time. How do you successfully combine education and entertainment in a way that nurtures curiosity and learning while still feeling fun and engaging for children?
I think this question is very important, a very vital thought that we, as leaders in the industry or as a business, keep thinking about. So I would like to break it down in simple terms. So we divide this into two elements. We say children's are masters of curiosity as a default layer to it, right? It is not something that we are or the parents are putting into. It's just naturally right there. Okay. And the second point is what I said earlier, the learning is always invisible. Okay. To give an example, now if you go to play areas, like Cheeky Monkeys, or you come to Orange Wheels, or you go to Hello Park, what you're going to see is that there are very similar equipments, formats, zones, different colors, different sizes, different overall experience. But in the end, it's all the equipments that we put. What makes the difference is the human-led activities. That's what we pride ourselves in at Orange Wheels, and that's what we do. We operate completely in no digital format venues, right? Coming back to the question of curiosity, how do we deliver those, right? One by, give you. So curiosity has got many, it's very complex. It is not something that I can just say in one statement, it'll make sense for children or parents. But just to give you basics that, probably would understand is, let's break it up into 3 to 4 elements. One is touch, one is visual, one is auditory, one is balance. What we do at our center is we build our centers around delivering these experiences which are human-led. Give an example. Let's say playing with a Play-Doh. That's a touch. Give the kids a paper and just do coloring, mix coloring. No animations, no drawing, just coloring. That's visual curiosity. So we are just trying to deliver what the children already have at our venues. Now, when you talk about, let's say, things like social skills or confidence. So confidence is something is very important, right? Which parents do every day. What they do is, if the child just walks 2 steps, you start clapping. Say, fantastic. So what we have taken is we've learned from those and we've taken that into our training at the centers. So now all our playmates are encouraged to praise. Praise the children while they play, not the result, the attempt. We define that very clearly. So we keep pushing. So that's building the confidence. The social skills are delivered through our group plays that occur every 15 minutes, every half an hour, every 1 hour, and we deliver those. Uh, just to give you one example of real time that I had, I was at one of our centers, right? And I saw a child attempting to play with 2 other kids, and he shied away a couple of times. And I wanted to intervene, right? I just wanted to get off my chair and say, why don't I tell my playmate to help? And then comes the group play, which was dance time. All right. All the kids come together and we do baby shark, everybody's dancing. And what I see immediately after that, in a couple of minutes, the child is playing with 2 other kids. That's social skills. So again, whatever we deliver as venues is not going to be straightforward. There are all invisible elements that deliver every aspect of child learning and growth.
Thank you, Himanshu. Yaroslava, I'm coming to you now. Hello Park has reimagined children's entertainment by combining physical play with immersive technology and interactive experiences. How do you create environments that spark curiosity and creativity while ensuring children remain actively engaged rather than simply consuming content?
Yeah, I think that the framing of the question is very accurate and correct. That we are nurturing curiosity. Yeah, we are not having a lesson. Yeah, so because if we make a point. That we teach something and we have to have the result right now out of it. Yeah. So instead of how do we make this genuinely fun? Yeah. This is where the experience fail. And while we take different approach in addressing that, rather than Himanshu, for example, yeah, with the venues he is managing. Yeah, we also think that learning should be invisible in such venues. And if we are zooming out of this question, there is also a more basic threshold before any of this works. Does the child understand what is happening? Yeah, because if you do not understand completely, there is no place for curiosity. Yeah, there is no place for engagement. What we did, for example, we took our mascot, Rocky the Fox, and introduced him into the whole process. Yeah, so because it is a mission-based experience, that is why he takes your attention, engages you from the very beginning through every game, and explains, onboards you. This is the first thing. And also another example, we have missions built around the space theme. So to get more XP points, children need to engage with the content about planets inside certain games. Yeah, so they're not sitting through a lesson, they are motivated by progression. As well as they have different levels of complexity for the same missions. So the kids of different ages can choose from these levels. So I'm confident that curiosity is not cultivated by one environment. Yeah, it should be a multifunctional space. It should feel different. And this is what we are striving to do. It should be an intersection of different experiences, because only in this way kids can explore every time not only these environments, but also the different sides of their own personality, which is very important, and which I think also one of the reasons why families come back to the same venue.
Very interesting, Yaroslava. Thank you so much. Kishan, I'm going to come to you. Chicky Monkeys has built its concept around safe, stimulating environments where children can explore freely. How do your experiences help build confidence, social skills, and creativity through play?
Yeah, actually, when it comes to the Chicky Monkeys, at Chicky Monkeys, we believe that play is the foundation of learning. That's the main thing which we are using at this moment. Every activity which we design is immensely created, encouraging children to explore, experiment, and express themselves on a freely manner. This is very important as a parent or as a kid. Next
Right.
is our experience on built around structure, yet flexible play zones. Like as Himanshu has mentioned earlier, play zones are just equipment. It's just equipment, but it's like the way how you present it, how you brand, how you utilized. It's the main thing is the service, how your staffs are trained for that. So where the children's naturally develop creatively, thoroughly arts and craft confidence through performance and group activities, and special skills through interaction with other children, which is also very important now these days. Because here the young parents are there, families are very small, one or two kids, they're not able to mingle with other. In the schools, the timings are very short, they go, come back, kids, they feel tired. So this is the place where they can make friends and play around with the group and learn as well. Most importantly, we ensure that learning happens naturally through fun. So children are not just entertained, but also emotionally and socially engaged in a meaningful way. This is very important. This is the main line which we are focusing on to our play areas and the services when the kids or the families are coming to our place.
No, these are great opportunities you are creating for children to interact and collaborate with one another, what are parents most appreciative of when they visit your venue? Do you have an example? What kind of appreciation they usually come and tell you about your venues?
To be very frank, as a parent, first thing, like we all of us know about this, we are into the industry that they are looking for a cleanliness, safety, hygiene, service. What services are you providing, or how the staffs are trained and doing activities, engaging kids in a different manners. So this is the main thing which we are focusing. As well, the birthday parties, like when it comes to the Chicky Monkeys, you name it, we will be the one who will deliver it. When it comes to the food and beverage or a kind of activities or any kind of a latest theme which is into the market, it's there inside the Chicky Monkeys. So our staffs are well trained and they know how to decorate the parties, how to do the service, and all this thing is our main focus into the Chicky Monkeys area.
And you have to be really creative in organizing these birthday parties, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's so our teams are very creative. They come up with a lot of different ideas, the technologies and all. We try to utilize as per the market. What is the next movie is coming, or what the kids they love? It's not like the same. They would like to repeat every time and all. So we have a customers. They celebrate like next 5 6 years their birthday only in Chicky Monkeys, and they are
Yes,
very regular.
absolutely. Thank you, Kishan. Children today are growing up in a digital first world with unlimited entertainment options competing for their attention. How are operators using technology, storytelling, immersive environments, and innovative design to create experiences that remain engaging, relevant, and memorable. Yaroslava, let me start with you. How do children interact differently in an immersive environment compared to a traditional play space?
Yes, thank you. I think as a representative of the most technologically enriched concept, yeah, I have definitely a lot to say about that. 100% no technology can be viable without a physical structure, without the physical layer of everything what is happening inside the venue, because technology alone does not hold attention. And there are a few things that work in combination. It is a narrative with personal stake, it's immediate feedback loop, its replayability through variety, and cultural relatability. And these things are the ones that we see where technology helps us in an immense way to provide all this. And the last one, the cultural relatability, is something that our partners always ask about, because it's not about translation. We operate from Sao Paulo and Bogota to the Philippines with the flagship in Dubai. Yeah, so it's not translation, but genuine cultural localization. In practice, it is separate themes for Muslim holidays in MENA region. In city themes, in the missions of city theme, we include real cities of our presence. A child in Baku and in Dubai, yeah, they see their own city in the story. We design national costumes for avatars. Going forward, we see that we will go as well into the partnerships with local brands and IPs to take this further. Yeah, so that is why a child should feel that it's his world, and they are the part and the author of this world, rather than they are the visitor of someone else's world.
Right. And this encourage repeat visitation for you as well, right? For your venues. The fresh content, creating these avatars, the kids feeling that, they are not visitors, but they are the authors, or they're the creators of these stories,
Yes,
right?
because how it happens, firstly, they visit during the school trip with their class, and they create their avatars. Then they take these avatars home, and then they come back because they loved it, and they come back with their parents, and they see their own avatars in different games, and they interact with them and with each other, of course. Then they have a birthday party, and on the birthday party they receive congratulations from their avatars as well. Yeah, so this is the part. It's inevitable that digital world will go into the real world. Yeah, but we should make this accurate, make this more in a more ethical way, I would say. Yeah, so this is what we do. But of course, as Himanshu highlighted at the very beginning, the the expectations about the service, the certain layout, the certain level of everything. Yeah, this is what drives the repeated visits as well. And technology just enhances that, brings some variety to that as well.
Very interesting. Thank you, Yaroslava. Himanshu, I'm going to come to you. Idea Create has successfully blended entertainment with learning through a range of edutainment concepts. How do storytelling, design, and innovation help you create experiences that children remain excited about while also supporting their development?
So I think because Yaroslava did said what she said, I'm going to go into one example that probably is my previous employer, IMG Worlds. So I agree with her completely. How that storytelling, or when the children or child or a guest feels part of the story, they remember it very well. And I think they've done a fantastic job as Hello Park to nail that piece. Um, if IMG World, we're trying to build two animated rides. One was Avengers, and the second was Hulk. If you visited the park, you probably know, you've tried it for sure. I can tell you, because it had the highest utilization in terms of rides. Now, when we're building the story, the idea was, how do we differentiate between the Disneys and the Universals of the world? How do we do an animated ride with such a strong IP that we had Marvel behind us? What do we do? And which actually cost us probably 5 times more for what we delivered, was making the guest part of the story, part of the experience. So when you do these rides, you felt that you were a friend of Hulk, or you felt that you were Avengers yourself. And that creates memory. That's something you can share, you can talk about, you can tell your friends, and then come back for it, right? So that's just to add to what Yaroslav said. What we did with IMG as well is that when we realized that people are loving this experience, we introduced something called as you can get your face imposed on an Iron Man action figure, and you can take it back home. Now, what we did is that everybody's an Iron Man with their face on it, take it back home, and they keep it for 20 years to come. And that's a fantastic brand recall, marketing, what you call it. Now, coming back to the current employer, the company that I work for now, we are totally different, right? We look at, so we're using technology more on the back end rather than the front end. If you look at everything, if you look at our design, for example, of Orange Wheels is built around forest, the natural habitat, the trees and the greenery and all of that, which we believe is a natural point for a child to grow. And when they come, they feel at home, they feel comfortable straight up. What we use tech in this business is we're trying to improve experiences. We are trying to see how we are engaging better with customers, how we are utilizing zones. Are there some assets we can retire because they're not getting used, and we replace those? So tech is majorly, let's say, it's on the background, it's engine room. That's how we're using tech at our businesses. Finally, we also have an FEC, right? So, I speak from both sides. We would like to implement a lot of tech, probably implement something from Hello Park thought process. The concern that we have is tech is changing so fast. There were some projects that we're doing, and by the time we came to a level of finalizing the projects, that tech was old. And once the tech becomes old, it's easily accessible. It becomes cheaper. I can bring the tech home. So for us, I think we're always going to balance human-led interactions as the core of our business, while adapting tech wherever we can.
Lovely. Thank you, Himanshu. So I believe that sometimes the most powerful experiences come from simple imaginative play. As you're saying, technology is changing. Um, so in Chicky Monkeys, Kishan, I'm going to bring you here, has created this environment, simple imaginative role play, to interact and use their imaginations freely, the kids. How do innovative play design and hands-on experiences help create lasting memories for children?
Actually, in Chicky Monkeys, as first of all, rightly, my other speakers, they have already mentioned, from Hello Park side is completely different. When it comes to the Orange Wheel is completely different. When it goes to the IMG is again a completely different. So we all are like, Chicky Monkey is a play area where it comes into the edutainment centers, where in today's digital first world, the key is not to compete with technology, I would say, because as Himanshu mentioned, By the time we decide, in 6 months, another technology comes out. So that's the way it works, the technology. But to integrate into the physical experience in it, meaningful way, our operations are increasingly using interactive storytelling activities, themed environments. Like as I said, theme environments for the Chicky Monkey is very important for us. We design our store in such level, or we design our pajama parties in such level, or our birthday parties into that level, but not into technology, but in a physical level. That's what we are doing. And the sensory based play or create immersive journey for children, which are like 0 to 4 years categories, the age group which we focus, like what to be done for those kids or those age groups. So that's what we are doing right now at this moment. At the same time, innovation is design such a multi-sensory play areas, play zones, and actively based learning spaces helps maintain engagement and for a longer period, which we are doing at this moment as of now. Lastly, about the goal is to create experience for the children and for the parents, let part of the story, like the parents can also part of the stories. That's what we are going a little bit extra miles, where kids are the one who's taking participation into the storytelling activities, but now the parents are also taking participation into the same time, so they can enjoy their family time and observe, and same time they can observe as well, it making us the entire visit more memorable and impactful for the families in Chicky Monkeys.
Absolutely, Kishan. I believe that despite we all are in a digital world,
Yeah.
children still crave for screen-free experiences,
Yeah.
simple experiences, which are memorable. And that's why I think, all the kids come back to you for their birthday parties, or they want to spend time in Chicky Monkeys. So I absolutely agree with you.
Thank you.
Looking ahead, what do you believe will define the next generation of children's entertainment experiences? And what trends should operators, developers, and investors be paying attention to today? Yaroslava, let me start with you. Looking ahead, what do you believe will define the next generation of children's entertainment? And how do you see technology shaping the future of play?
I would say that there are a few things. To be exact, three that I would highlight. First is real-time personalization that adapts the experience to the specific child during the visit. It's done in different ways, and it can be done through through the operation, through the operator-led, let's say, side, or from the technology side. We try to combine that. The second thing is a community layer that maintains the connection between the visits through progression, through achievements, and because I think that every FSC is the place where kids must connect with each other as well, not only with the game, yeah, but also with one another. And there is an interesting shift that will be particularly curious for the real estate developers, which is the shift from destination to so-called third place, not just somewhere between home and school, but somewhere that does what neither has time to do anymore. Yeah, so as I said, yeah, when we ask our partners what families actually say when they come back, yeah, so level of service, design, atmosphere, and also something new, yeah, and also services of school trips that are memorable, of birthday parties, and I think it's a great thing for Cheeky Monkeys and for Hello Park as well. Uh, we provide also our variation of the offer in that. Yeah, so and for the investors, I think that, in my opinion, they should look at formats that solve replayability structurally, not through constant capex on content updates. Yeah, we have a solution for that. Yeah, that is why we usually say that we are asset light. It's not particularly the topic of this webinar, but I think there is a room for that question as well.
Absolutely. So, how do you see AI influencing children's entertainment experiences? We all talk about AI and how it's going to change our life. So, how do you see AI influencing children's entertainment landscape or experiences?
Well, currently, we are experimenting with that as well. From last year, I would say something that IMG done with Iron Man, with the toys. We do that in our parks in real time. Yes, and so kids can take a photo in a photo booth with Rocky the Fox, and it will look like Rocky the Fox is really in the photo, for example. But we do it very like to just to some extent at that point, because after all, let's say any AI generated this, AI generated that. Yeah, so how about we generate some revenue first and then we will see. So that is why we try not to be too excited with that thing.
Thank you, Yaroslava. Himanshu, I'm going to come to you. From an edutainment perspective, what trends do you believe operators and developers should be paying attention to today?
I think I'll begin with the when you started the webinar, you mentioned the growth of the tech-led immersive experiences that's going to reach
Yes.
1.6 billion. Right. For me, I stand in between of that. Right. I don't believe that only tech-led immersive experiences are the future. For some, this question we ask ourselves every day. Right. How does my business look like in the next 2 years, next 5 years, next 10 years? People's appetite, people's taste, people expectations, customers, children are changing constantly. Are we able to? And I think Yaroslava went right to it. I think she mentioned that point. It said you need to build asset light experiences. One thing before I dive into that subject is how the mall operator are treating the entertainment space. So people who have been in the market here for the last 15 years would understand what I'm saying. Uh, Before 15 years, the mall operators probably would call a food anchor store of fast food, saying, I have a space, I'll give you a drive-through, can you come to my mall and take a space? Today, mall operators, the likes of Imar, the likes of Dubai Holding, Aldar in Abu Dhabi, the first person they think about is entertainment. They say, we are building this 2-story, 3-story mall. What can we do in entertainment? So if you see today, 100 to 150,000 square feet is pre-committed to entertainment across all the malls. Let it be the large traditional malls like Dubai Mall or community malls like Nadal Chiba Mall. So today, all the mall operators understand the importance we bring to their business. We bring to the entire experience of the mall. So they are at our doorstep right now. So one thing has become easy for people like us, investors, operators, that we are able to approach these developers very easily. They understand the value that we bring in. The second thing, continuing back on what Yaroslava said, is I believe that with today's competition, with the change, we need to be very smart about how we use our space. We are part of that error as well. So, but we learn from it. I think coasters are meant for theme parks. Simple. Coasters take a lot of space. I go to every FEC, they've got 5 coasters, 7 coasters, taking about 30-35% of space, but the contribution is very minimal. So smart use of space, creating things that we can replace, retire very fast, change our area to adapt to the customer requirement. I think that will be one of the key elements we operators should adapt to and look at it. Finally, I again would say that don't over rely on tech. Keep the human element very, very important as an experience led, which creates a family, which creates the fact that the child does not come to a store to grow. We become part of the child growth as a family. And I think that is what how we approach and how we look at it is going to define how UAE operators are going to be. And with what I see today with some changes, I think we're going to look at a unicorn in the entertainment space that will come out of UAE in the future, in the next few years.
Thank you, Himanshu. I really like what you said that, your brand or your FEC is part of the child's life,
Correct.
not other way around. Kishan, I'm going to come to you. From your perspective, what will families be looking for in children's entertainment experiences in the years ahead?
From my experience and in this industry, to be very frank, and worked with multiple different companies, I've seen the Edutainment, Fun City, Kidzania, Aluthame, Fabulands concept, and now with Chicky Monkeys. It's to be very frank, like as Himanshu mentioned, that yes, everyone is going to the going into the this AI and all, but from our side, still the uniqueness. What do we have in FEC? We still need to maintain the same. I know the future of children's entertainment will be defined more by the experience personalization, which we talked about earlier, educational integration, which is very important, and hybrid play concepts. That's what we are working on the next, that combines physical activity with light digital engagement. That's the main next concepts which I'm already working right now, and soon we'll be launching first, already working for our Saudi branch, which will be opening soon, and for the in UAE as well. And as well also in the same time, we will see how stronger focus in the family inclusive experience, where parents are more actively involved in the journey rather than the just spectators. That's what I can see as of now. Lastly, the future will focus on creating meaningful experiences that support a child growth, overall developments, and delivering memorable moments for families and the kids into our facility.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I completely agree with you, Kishan. Well, we are almost coming to an end. We've had a fascinating discussion on the evolution of children's entertainment, the role of play and technology, and the trends shaping the future of the industry. We can actually go on and on, but we have to finish it in the time allotted to us. But before we conclude, I'd like to ask each of you a final rapid fire question. I would encourage you to keep your answers to just one sentence. What is the single most important ingredient for creating a successful children's entertainment experience today? Himanshu, let's start with you. If you had to choose,
I think it's a very good question, a very good rapid fire. In simple terms, right? In simple terms, one sentence, I say that's what our business is, where child has fun and parents see value. You get this both, I think they come back.
thank you, Himanshu. Kishan, from your perspective, what is the one thing every children's entertainment operator must get right?
From my side, the most important ingredient is creating a safe, engaging environment where children can learn through joy while being free to explore and express themselves confidently.
Thank you, Kishan. Yaroslava, I'll give you the final word. What is the single most important ingredient for creating a successful children's entertainment experience today?
It is to give children many different worlds to order themselves into, because it is only across varied environments that they discover what they're capable of and what they love.
Thank you, Yaroslava. What stands out from today's discussion is that while the approaches may differ, the goal remains the same: creating meaningful experiences that help children learn, grow, explore, and connect. As operators continue to innovate, the greatest opportunities will lie in designing experiences that are not only memorable but truly impactful. Thank you to our panelists and to everyone who joined us today. We look forward to continuing these conversations in our upcoming sessions with new topics, new voices, and new insights. Until then, stay safe, stay inspired, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.